Chef Ellie Espo, and this is another Cooking on the Block. We got a snowstorm again. So, I'm stuck in the house. We shoveled like how many times already? So, I did some cupboard cooking today, and I took everything that I had on hand. I did have some fresh tomatoes though, which I've roasted till they got nice and caramelized, because we're going to make a delicious baked orzo dish, okay? And I roasted some Roma tomatoes with just a little extra virgin olive oil, got them nice and caramelized, and just so the flavor gets concentrated, okay? So we have that component already done. And you can just as well leave this out, because we're going to use San Marzano tomatoes to make our delicious sauce for the orzo when we combine everything together. Now I have some orzo cooked here, and it's still nice and hot, and I drizzled some olive oil over it. And we're going to continue with our vegetables for the base of our sauce. Okay, so we have onions sweated out with some finely diced celery, okay, and that's going to give it a nice fresh flavor. And we're also going to add, which if you're a vegetarian you can completely leave this out, I have some nice Italian sweet sausage with fennel that I rendered out, and I kept it a little pink. I didn't totally cook it because it will get baked again in the dish, okay? So let's finish the base of our sauce. So I have my heat going, and we're going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper, okay? And that's going to kick it up a notch a little bit. It's a little more intense than a crushed red pepper would be, because it's very fine, so it gives you more of a blast of heat. And we're going to add a little flour, because we're going to thicken our sauce just a little bit. I think I'm putting like a teaspoonful in here. And you just want to coat the vegetables, see? Alrighty, now we're going to add our San Marzano tomatoes. Okay. And you know, just going to break them up with your hands. I like that the best. Or if you don't like that, you can just use your spoon. Okay? Let me just wash my hands. And we got it under a nice medium flame going on. Okay, and we're going to add, to give it a nice richness, a little bit of chicken stock. But like I said, if you want to make this completely vegetarian, you can use vegetable stock. So, we're going to let this cook down and reduce a little bit, and when we come back, we'll add all the rest of our components for a beautiful orzo casserole. Okay, our sauce is nicely reduced, and get a good shot of that. Okay, and it smells amazing. And I leave it chunky, because you know you want some texture to the orzo. And now, let's add our sausage to the bowl. Okay, there's hardly any grease coming off that sausage. That's a nice thing. Okay, now I cut up my roasted tomatoes in here. Alrighty. And now we're going to season it with all our goodies. Okay, we have some dried oregano. Okay. We're going to add some basil chiffonade. And all that is basil cut into thin threads. That's all that is. It's a fancy French term. But it's nice to know them. Okay. Already this is looking like the Italian flag here, huh? Alright. Now, some Parmigiano Reggiano. With all these ingredients, how can this taste bad? I mean, come on. This sausage is going to make it good, but like I said, you don't have to have it in there. You know, you could put shrimp in here. You could put broccoli, anything. Would really be good in here is like some nice sauteed spinach. Would be excellent. Okay, now we're going to have to season it up. Nice black pepper cracked in there. Some sea salt. All right. Now we're going to throw in our fresh mozzarella. Okay. And I had a small one, like this size. Okay, and we're going to use this for the top. Okay, now we're going to add our delicious San Marzano tomato sauce. Okay, we're just going to add that all in the bowl. Smells so good. Okay, now I'm going to finish mixing this, and then I'll show you how to set it up in the casserole in just a second. Okay, I have it nicely mixed, and the cheese is just starting to melt. Hey, nobody says you can't serve it just like this. Go right to the table and eat it with the cheese melting delicious. You can. But, you know, if you want it for a party and you kind of like want to get yourself situated beforehand, it's really easy. You just put it in a casserole dish, and you know what? You're not going to bake this to death. All right, now, you know I have a little left over because this is cooking on the block. This is going across the street to my neighbor in a little pie dish. All right, now we're just going to top it off. See, now the mozzarella didn't totally melt down, so the oven is like 15 minutes. That's it. All right, so we're going to take some more fresh mozzarella, cut it into strips, okay, and we're just going to line our dish. And when it bakes, you'll just see the cheese pattern across the top. Makes it a little cute. Okay, now we're going to pop this into the oven, 350 degrees. Or, you know what? You're having a dinner party tomorrow night, throw it in the refrigerator, plastic wrap, and when your guests come, you pop it in 20 minutes, flop, you got dinner. All right. Hey guys, thank you for joining me, and that was another Cooking on the Block. And I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Bon appetit.